What is up, guys? What is up, my beautiful people, my beautiful tribe? Oh, I'm so glad to be here and back. I'm not going live anywhere else because this subject, I feel like this subject is just too deep. And if you want to catch me, you gotta be on my channel for this one. It's just some things I don't want to share. Like it's like if you see it, then you're supposed to see it. But I don't want to like open up all these energies, if you know what I mean. Okay. I'm gonna wait for a couple of you guys to get in here. I hope y'all can hear me well. I didn't even change the settings on my mic, so let me know if you hear me well. Um, Yeah, we're going to get into it. Today's topic, let me see if I can edit. Okay, they won't let me edit the what you call it. I wanted to edit the name of it, but yes, right, way too deep. So yeah, we're gonna talk about what does it say? Okay, what happened to Pharaoh? Does it say what happened to Pharaoh? Oh, to young Pharaoh. Okay, okay, right. I can't see the whole thing. So yes, what happened to young Pharaoh? My personal story. I'm going to tell you guys what is going on with young Pharaoh. I'm going to tell you guys. I'm just going to start like y'all know when I do my story times, I give all of the information, okay? So I'm going to tell y'all a little bit about my journey because I feel like there's so many think pieces on this subject and there's so many people that are coming from a regurgitating conscious, the black conscious regurgitating movement. No offense to any of you guys. I love all y'all, but these books over here, I really read them. I homeschool my children. I moved to Senegal, Africa. Like I'm not one of those conscious people that's just been like talking about things and like was wearing dashikis in 2014 on some like I said, no offense, but I'm really about this life. And I feel like my perspective counts because I haven't had like a personal one-on-one thing with young Pharaoh, which I'm very grateful that my ex did not even want me to cross paths with him and didn't allow that to happen. But I most definitely have an experience that has to do with young Pharaoh that has impacted my life on a whole level because of his existence. And yeah, and when it first happened, I wanted to share this, but I was in an angry place. Like I was very upset. I was angry. I was angry at like the conscious community for how we support any man that has knowledge, and I was angry at the outcome of things. I was angry at how he took advantage of my ex. My ex is not a victim, but young Pharaoh definitely took advantage of him. He didn't force him, like young Pharaoh didn't pull a gun up to his head and make him move in the house with him or do anything like that. I'm gonna give all these disclaimers in a minute, but it still is. This is still my story. This is still my side and my point of view, and I'm so glad that I didn't share it when I wanted to, because there's been so many think pieces on this man, and for everybody. This is not even like a conscious community thing. I feel like unless the subject is happening right now and it's like going viral and that person is on the spot, we don't really care about people talking about things or exposing things, which this is not an exposing Pharaoh video, by the way. This is not like me exposing him. I'm just gonna, like, from someone who knows what she's talking about. Like I really went through my awakening and didn't follow anyone, and I really know the conscious community very well. I lived in New York for 4 months amongst them. I lived in Atlanta amongst the conscious community, and I lived in LA amongst the conscious community. These are the three biggest parts of, or the biggest sectors of America where Black conscious people are getting together and doing their vending, and we have our vegan shops there, and there is so much ego, there is so much toxicity, there is so much sex, so much poly pushing. And yeah, I was able to see all of that firsthand really early on. Again, no offense, but a lot of you guys have been going through your awakening for a couple years. You kind of, maybe you just dipped and dapped in this for a little bit. I've been in this game since like 2011, 2012. Like I was a part of the Great Awakening. So I really have a different perspective from a lot of people. I went through, having the rose colored, glasses of like, oh my goodness, like these black men that are reading books and they care about our people. And, like I went through all of that and I learned very fast. Okay. If y'all been following me for a minute, if you know me, I'm a fast learner, baby. Okay. So I wasn't one of those people that went from like, learning about the church and the awakening, and then I'm going to being a Muslim, and then I'm going into Hebrew, and then I'm going, like, I wasn't one of them folks. Okay. Again, no offense. Everybody's journey counts. Okay. I love all of you guys, but it's just different, and different makes a difference. Okay. So, yes, y'all, tap in, tap in. If you're watching the replay, then thank you for being here. Hit that thumbs up. Share this video all throughout this whole entire story thing. Let me make sure I got all my little things aligned, y'all. This is a lot of multitasking you got to do, okay, when you're going live and you telling a story. And luckily, that's why I'm glad I didn't go live on another platform, because I don't feel like navigating all the comments and stuff. So I do have now, again, if you watch my lives, then you know that I don't like to go off of like bullets, but when I'm doing my story time, sometimes I do have to. So I do have my bullets that I wrote down in like 2 minutes of like things that I want to hit. I hope I can stick to it. It's so hard when you're like in the story, like I'm a real ass person. So I'm going to talk to you guys like I really talk. If you know me personally, shout out to my mom because she watched all my videos. She's probably going to be watching this. Then I'm not a good liar. I'm not somebody who can sugarcoat things. Okay. All this shit is just too much thinking for me. So this was a big decision because I was like, I'm either gonna tell the story or I'm not gonna tell the story. Like it gotta be the whole story or nothing, because I don't know how to dance around stuff. Okay. My ex is going to be watching this because he also watches all my videos. Oh my goodness. I have 2 exes that cannot stop watching everything that I do, which is cool. Like, I don't mind. Okay, let me not get into all that. I don't really mind, but what I do not like is like throwing stuff in my face. Like, oh, you is this, oh, so you is like, why you gotta do that? You don't have to do that. Just watch, just watch. So, okay, what do I want to say? My disclaimers. This is my story, first of all. I'm not trying to tell Pharaoh's story. I'm not trying to tell my ex's story. I wish my ex would tell his story. I really, really do, because I'm gonna get to why I wish he would tell his story to me. Okay. But this is my story, and this story is really deep to me because of the way that it impacted me. And what else did I want to say? My ex is one of my children's fathers. Any man that I have children with, it doesn't matter what they do, they will always be family unless they like harm my kids or something. So you'll never see me like bashing them. I don't care of anyone who's not taking care of their children, like my ex-husband. That's fine. I will never bash him in front of y'all or in front of my kids or anything like that. I'm just not that person. This particular man that I had a child with is still family. So watch your mouth, watch yourself, because I will still defend him. This is not a session for me to like bash him and expose anybody, like I said. But while he's not a victim, he was taken advantage of. And I do feel like this subject needs to be talked about. I feel like Pharaoh, I mean, as much as y'all should have been done known that this nigga was never in his right mind, it coming out now, again, this is not the first time, but it coming out now has to do with so much of what you guys have seen me talk about. I just uploaded a video like 4 days ago talking about the new earth and all these things being exposed and the truth coming out. I feel like this might be like the last run. Like maybe conscious people, Black conscious people in America will see this and finally like there will be not such a like a big chance for someone else that's woke to come in, like Brother Polite did, like Dr. York did, like what you call it, Nature Boy, which I'm gonna mention all of them in a second. But yeah, I just kind of feel like this is a part of the awakening, and yeah, this is a good time. Um, okay, I think that's it. If you are just tuning in, you see the topic, okay? Hit that thumbs up button if you love me, and if you love my show, if you love my channel and all those things. All right, let's get into this. So, okay, I want to share my background, okay? Real quick. I went through my awakening in 2011-ish, 2012, right? We moved to LA, my ex-husband and I, with our children, and it was a good space for us because we had left the church, and we were in the church, and I was actually going to school to be a pastor. Some of y'all you already know this story. But I was actually going to school to be a pastor. I love my background. I love my history. I don't know what it is with a lot of Black conscious folk, but they be like, they hear that some of us were like religious before, and they be like, he. And it's so weird because, again, no offense to nobody's journey, but just like how I teach my kids, like, I don't want you to be out here. I'm speaking about my kids. I don't want you to be out here going against something just because I told you to. Like, I want you to do your own research, and I want you to really like study. I want you to really know. So yeah, I have no problem speaking on my history and how I chose to. My parents are not religious, so I didn't grow up in the church or anything. I do have a little bit of that because my aunt, may she continue to travel in peace. But I had my own Claire Huxtable, and she was like a mom to me. She helped my dad raise me for the first 10 years of my life, and she is the one that introduced me to church. But as an adult, I decided to go to church, and getting deep into the church, deciding to become a pastor is actually what brought me out of the church. And so, yeah, we moved to LA, and my ex-husband and I are going through the awakening together, and we're just like, oh my God, what is happening? Like, we're losing our mind. We can't even sleep. We're looking up all these things. We're like, what do we do? We've been telling the kids to pray and do this and do this. And so, yeah, at that time is when I found out about Pharaoh. He was coming up around the same time. He went through his awakening around the same time. I want to say it might have been the next year after that, like maybe 2013 or something. And right away, I mean, if you don't know my background, then real quick, I've been channeling all my life. You guys know my brand, Earth is School. That's something that was given to me when I was a small child. So I've always been like a really deep child. I've always went off of energy. My mom can vouch for you guys how sensitive and how, like, I was that child. Okay, my whole family is like, Daylight is the dramatic, sensitive one. So even without me being quote unquote woke, I've always been on this level of being in tune. So when I went through my awakening, me finding these people that are sharing things and sharing the knowledge and doing the debates and stuff, I would be able to easily discern and choose who makes sense and who doesn't. And so I naturally gravitated to the older generation. So shout out to Dr. Kaba Kamene, Dr. Kaba Hiawatha Kamene. Okay, let me get his name right, because he personally taught me. If y'all remember the documentary Hidden Colors, I was a part of that whole movement of the Hidden Colors film. That's when it came out. My mom is the one. She said, "Oh, let me get my popcorn." Yes, Morgan, get your popcorn. My mom is the one who put me on to Hidden Colors, and it's crazy because my ex-husband and I were sitting there watching it. Dr. Kaba came on the screen. I said, "Pause it." I'd never seen Dr. Kaba a day in my life, and I wasn't homeschooling my kids at the time either. It would be like later on that year that I would start homeschooling them, and I was like, "Wait a minute." I was like, "That dude, he's gonna help me homeschool the kids." I swear to God, that's all I said. It's a lot of people in my life right now that I met like this. Like I didn't know them personally, but I seen them on TV or somebody showed me them on YouTube or something, and I can feel it. So I was like, that dude is going to help me. And long story short, I ended up meeting Dr. Kaba. He was a personal teacher of mine. He has helped me so much. I talked about him. I think I talked about Dr. Kaba in my story about how I got here to Senegal because he played a big part. He's the one that would give me that message to keep your eyes on the prize. Oh, let me put my phone on Do Not Disturb. So shout out to him. But he was taught by Dr. John Hendrick Clark. He is one of our elders who's still alive. And I'm talking about Dr. Kaba because the conscious leaders that we have today are totally opposite. And I mean, I'm including the ones that are in jail right now as well, Brother Polite and Nature Boy and Dr. York, all the ones that we have praised and we have defended. They are so opposite from the work that Dr. Kaba and these other brothers were putting in back in the day, where it was real solid work, and these men were holding down families, and these men were not like pushing poly and talking about being a pimp and sexual stuff and all this, wearing chains and all this stuff. Ain't nothing wrong with wearing the, jewelry and buying things, but I'm just saying, totally different lifestyles, totally different energy, and that's just what I gravitated towards more. So yeah, that's how my journey went with me homeschooling my children, and being personally taught by Dr. Kaba. Thank you, Claudina. Okay, so let me make sure I'm staying on track, y'all. Okay, so now y'all know my history. Y'all know I'm not for play. Okay, I'm not one of these people that's giving these think pieces on Pharaoh and don't really know. Like I just came about the blue with him, and then I was like obsessed. Okay, didn't that's not my story. I knew right away. Okay, let me make this clear too. I knew right away that something was wrong with Pharaoh, and that is because Pharaoh is not the only one to. He's probably like the third or fourth one to come up out of from the same thing of all these women, all these conscious women being obsessed with him and loving him, and all these black men that are just like bowing at his feet because he's doing these debates. And so much ego, y'all. Like we have so much ego in our spiritual stuff, honestly. And I love us so much, I swear I do. We really suck. We be wasting a lot of time doing dumb shit. Like we wasted like 10 years debating each other. Dr. Kaba, John Hendrick Clark and them, they were debating the government. You guys know that the National Geographics used to say that we came from Europe. It's because of their debates and what Shanta Antadope did on why the National Geographics had to say that the cradle of Africa is civilization. Like they were debating the right people. We have spent the last 14, 15, honestly, it was before my awakening, because before all of us, even 20 and 25 years ago in New York, they were having these debates and they were going through these awakenings and stuff. That's where Dr. York comes from and all of that. So it's not new, it's old. And what do we be doing? Like I have been a part of, like, thank God for my awakening being in LA, because I got to get like a melting pot. It wasn't just like this black conscious thing. And I know that sounds bad, but it allowed me to see the movements of everyone and how there's spaces where we are not running and there's not drama. People are not hexing people and worried about if they're putting spells on them, and if they're like, it's so dark, y'all. I don't even understand how we get here. Like I don't understand how we get in that space, and we're so like consumed with like making money and vending all the time. Like we can't even have an event without trying to sell our product and trying to, like, it's just so low vibrational. And so I could see this right away. Again, my awakening was, from me living in LA. And so I was able to be there. Like I think that a lot of you guys don't know that there's these communities in these spaces. Like I said, Atlanta, New York, and they're used to this. Like those communities have roots. Like I was going to the temple in LA where it's like a big pharaoh and a Thoth, statue with the Ma'at thing that's the size of a building, and this is like a black owned establishment, you know. So it's like these places exist, and they was probably doing their thing before we were born, if you're, you know, a young millennial. But yeah, it's just, yeah, I was just able to pick up on that very early on. And debating the wrong thing in people. Yeah, this is all on track. Trust me, this is all on track, because this is what I'm talking about. Like, this is my thing is not about me exposing Pharaoh. And I want to be clear about that. I am going to be talking about him and telling the personal story, but I wouldn't even be coming on this live if I didn't have a deeper, bigger message. Like, I am so careful about my channel not turning into one of those channels. I am not doing this for clout. If I could have like did a private live for everybody who actually cares about this subject, I probably would have done that. You know, like, it's not something where I'm trying to like get views and all that. So yes, everything I'm mentioning is all it's about. It's this situation, even with Pharaoh, is bigger than Pharaoh, you know. So yeah, so what happens is I end up meeting my ex years and years after I go through that awakening and leave my ex-husband and stuff. um my ex, he was at the end of his 10-year sentence. So he had been going to prison for 10 years, right? And when I met him, he was already vegan. Obviously, he was woke. You know, we both had, you know, connected on these things. We were friends for years. I actually met him when I was with my ex-husband. That's a whole crazy story, because my ex-husband is the one who told me to stay in touch with him, and we had no idea that he would one day be my man. But yeah, so we were friends for a while, and then we end up getting together. I'm trying to get to the trying to get to the crazy part. The part when I noticed that he was into Pharaoh. um so I guess I want to share a little bit about my ex, so that when I get into him living with Pharaoh, it makes sense. um so he wasn't a dude that was just like, he wasn't no green light dude. Like, he wasn't no like, oh, there's a conscious thing, oh, let me go and be around these people and let me, like, that's not what I was getting from him. That's not what he was giving to me. We had discussed all these things. He was connected to is his name Dr. Baruti? Like, he was a personal friend to him, so he knew like people just like I did that were like elders and like higher up. Like, we really wasn't messing with like the young conscious community that be on their ego stuff, you know. And so what else do I want to mention? He was in his right mind. This is the man that, you know, helped me home birth my baby. Like, this is not somebody who was like, I'm not gonna say he wasn't dealing with anything. You know, you do a 10-year bid, you probably got some stuff going on that you need to heal from and stuff. That's kind of an obvious thing. But he was able to maintain a family and stay with us, and, you know, work a job and start a business with me where we were actually making money, and, you know, things like that. So I feel like that's important for me to mention, because especially now that everybody think that Pharaoh just out the blue just lost his mind and everybody connected with him did, is that was not the case. Okay. And so yeah, we're doing our thing. We're living our life. We're together. And one day, oh my God, this was the most devastating. This was the beginning of the devastation. One day, this man is in the kitchen, and I hear him listening to a Pharaoh video. Lord, take me now, is what I said. I said, what? Okay, maybe he just scrolled past. Maybe he got stuck. Maybe he got stuck on the video. Because I know he ain't in here watching no Pharaoh. I'm like, what you doing? What you doing? I am so sorry. If y'all love Pharaoh and y'all been watching him, if he helped you awaken and went through your journey, I am so sorry. But I love you. You are not good at reading people, and you are not good at discerning when someone has mental things going on with them, when someone is in the conscious community giving that same rhetoric. Pharaoh is not different from the other men that I named that are very knowledgeable, that know a lot of things, that can connect the dots to the ethers and all these other things that you all could also read, because it's all in books. It's all regurgitated information from Brother Polite and all of them who were talking about the stars and the Egyptians. And I can't even remember half of the people whose books I used to read. I mean, the books are right there, but these are like, you can just go and read these books. And I'm sorry if that was your journey, but if you were not able to look at that man and watch his videos way back in 2014 and 2015 when he was doing those debates, and tell that he was already under a spiritual psychosis, he just wasn't making all the money yet. I'm gonna get to spiritual psychosis in a minute, but I was just like, babe, what are you doing? No, we are not doing Pharaoh. And I don't even know how long. I don't know if he had been watching his videos at work or something, but he was in it. I cannot remember that dialogue, y'all, but I know I cried. Like, well, I didn't cry, but I almost cried. Like, I was crying on the inside, okay? I was hurt because I was like, we're probably not going to be together long. Because if you're sitting here binge watching this dude, I'm sorry. If you know, you know. Some of you brothers watching this video, you know what I'm talking about. I probably don't even have to get into the psychology of what it means for you to find Pharaoh's videos or any red pill guy like him and to start binge watching their shit. I don't even think I need to get into the psychology of all of that. But I just knew that with him doing that, I had lost my mans, okay? I already knew that it was going downhill from there. So it wasn't shortly after. I want to say it was the same year. I don't even think that we ended up going into the following year. We were together for two and a half years. And I think that was because this was like towards the end. And so, yeah, that happened. Okay. Let me make sure I'm not skipping something. Okay, exactly. Call him watching, what you call it. So, okay. So now I want to get into, because I don't remember the dialogue, but I do know that we went back and forth. And I do remember him being like, it ain't even like that. Like, I'm just watching a couple of videos. Da, 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 da. This is what I want to talk about. I want to talk about the halo effect. I want to talk about Black Americans who we have, like, I really hope that it's like Black conscious people that's watching this video. I really want y'all to be in here, because we do so much of talking about Christians and religious people and how they have this savior complex and how they be like letting the pastor get away with stuff and defending things. But we do the same thing, y'all. This is the same thing happening in the conscious community. So what is going on with a lot of people when they find Pharaoh and other people like Pharaoh? They are having the halo effect. I'm going to show y'all what the halo effect is. I was going to explain it, but I found a video that brought it up. So I'm gonna share this clip with y'all real quick.
Understanding the halo effect.
Like some of it.
The halo effect is a cognitive bias where our overall impression of a person, company, or entity influences our thoughts about their specific traits or qualities. First studied by psychologist Edward Thorndike in the 1920s, the phenomenon shows how one positive characteristic can shape perceptions, often unconsciously. For instance, if someone is perceived as attractive, others may also assume they are intelligent, kind, or competent, even without evidence. This bias operates in reverse as well. Negative traits can create the devil effect, casting a shadow on unrelated attributes. The halo effect manifests in various settings, including social interactions, workplace evaluations, and consumer behaviors. Thorndike's experiments demonstrated the halo effect in military evaluations. Officers rated soldiers higher in leadership, intelligence, and character based on their physical appearance. This revealed how unrelated qualities like physical attractiveness could skew judgments in performance appraisal.
Okay. So somebody just asked me, so what happened to Pharaoh? I mean, what happened to him? Listen, if y'all want the drama, this is not the channel, okay? If y'all want to be like, oh, Pharaoh, I'm gonna tell you what happened to Pharaoh. But I would not be me if I came on here and just went straight into Pharaoh and didn't give y'all a whole message. This is a story time. So I'm sharing the story, my personal story, and then I'm at the end, I'm gonna explain. I'm low key already getting to it, but and then I'm gonna explain the whole thing about my bad about Pharaoh. But if you want to like no. Okay, if you want me to like rush into it, this probably won't be the video for you because that's not what this is about. I'm not here to get into the drama of exposing him and all that. I'm honestly shocked that y'all can't see what things have been, but I'm gonna break it down. I wanted y'all to see that video because the halo effect is very real. And Black Americans who go through our awakening have a tendency of adapting to this effect where someone, which is normally a man, they are either good looking, they are knowledgeable, and or they have a talent, and we cannot see past that. We are just like, okay, if it's any of those three things, then he must be this. He must can't go through anything with his mental health. He must can't be having a problem or doing any drugs. He must can't be. I mean, Pharaoh been literally on video for the past 7 years calling women bitches. Like this is his a synonym for women for him is bitches, and everybody has still been just full blown supporting him, not saying anything wrong with it. He disrespects his baby moms. Like it's so many red flags that we see in him that we seen in Brother Polite before he went to jail, in Nature Boy, like all these different men. And we just keep going with following them because of the halo effect. Okay. So I wanted to put a term with that because we need terms. Okay. We need education. My peoples. Okay. So, okay. Yeah, exactly. Women, men. I just had that written down where I wanted to talk about men and women. There's this thing with us women, and I feel like I went through this for a couple months when I went through my awakening too. Black women, like, we don't really, or can I say this now? I guess in the beginning of us going through the awakening, you don't really think that there's a lot of brothers that read, and you kind of know that it's not a lot of brothers that are like knowledgeable and stuff. So it's very easy for us to be attracted to that and to be blindsided by that, where it's like, oh, this is a man. Like the conscious brothers who read books and who be like, the Black woman is God and all this stuff, they give off this masculine energy that women want. And it makes us feel safe, and it makes us feel like, oh my goodness, this is, he's the one, and da 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 da. So we get caught up in that sense as far as the halo effect and everything. And then Black American conscious men kind of do the same thing that they do when it comes to joining gangs. It really is a brotherhood. It's really a thing of wanting to be accepted. It has a lot to do with all those things, and it's like these people can't see past anything else. Like the rose colored goggles or glasses are like glued on to their eyes, so they can't see anything past that. So when me and my ex was going back and forth about Pharaoh, when I had brought it to him, he was just like, oh no, it's not even like that. I can't even, I can't see nothing. He didn't say that, but that's what it was. He was just acting like, he really wasn't really into it like that. And like Pharaoh wasn't that bad. Like he couldn't see what to me and what a lot of you guys was obvious from the beginning. And so from there, we end up splitting up, maybe within the end of that year. And what happens next? Next, I end up moving here to Senegal. Was it the year that I moved here? Was that 2020? It was 2020. So within that same year, dang, was that 2020? It could have been the same year. It could have been the next year after that. Yeah, it was 2021, I believe. And so my ex, we're living in Atlanta together, right? And then I come here, and he ends up moving to Texas, and he's in Texas, and we're talking about getting back together, being a family again. And this is a guy that's always been able to like hold down a job, make his own money and stuff. And so he's like, okay, I'm gonna make these moves, I'm gonna make these plays, and we're gonna do this thing. And then I'm gonna come there and we're gonna do this thing. Okay, A, B, C, bam, bam. Then this one is story. This when my embarrassment comes, y'all. Out the blue, somebody sends me a video. Like, this is literally like from Monday to motherfucking Friday. Like, it was just like we made the plan, and then the next thing you know, the plans changed. And so somebody sends me a video, and they like, is this your baby daddy? Like, they like, is this your ex? Like, is this so-and-so's dad? I'm like, girl, no, I never seen this man before in my life. Yeah. I was so melting embarrassing because my ex is on this video. First of all, Pharaoh had been going live for days talking about people shape-shifting in his house, okay? If y'all keep up with him, then y'all know this era that I'm talking about. He been talking about people was in his house and they was shape-shifting and his walls were falling and all these different things was happening, and he needed help. He's like, help me, they after me. And of course, our halo effect blind savior needing asses are believing everything he's saying. We're not thinking about him being under the influence of anything. So everybody's in the comments like, oh my goodness, they got him. It's so amazing to me that y'all think Pharaoh is such a threat that the government actually wants him. There are people out here like not debating with black people in the hood, like not like doing like big things and big work. And the way that our small black conscious community has like made this thing, like the videos I be seeing on people be like, he changed the world. He awakened the world. Like y'all do way too much. It's not that serious. It's not that big, and it's not that serious. There are still so many thousands and thousands, millions and millions of people that do not know him. He's just big in our community. There's still so many black people that don't even know him in America. It's just so amazing to me. So this man is on there, and my ex has agreed to go to his house and to live with him and to be his bodyguard. And we did not discuss this in our plans of us rekindling ourselves and doing this whole move, right? So I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, yes, girl. I really didn't say to her that, I tried to be like that, but she know him. So she was like, okay, girl, this is crazy. I'm like, oh my God, like I'm gonna call you back. So I hit him up. I'm devastated, okay? Listen, I can laugh about this now, but this is actually not funny, y'all. I'm gonna get to the spiritual reason why this is not funny. My brother said that I was screaming so loud that he thought my ex had died, which low key he did. I was livid. I was crying. I was like, no, no. Like, oh my goodness, y'all. I was like, no way. You just out the fucking blue go and move into this man's house and become his bodyguard. And he is clearly under spiritual psychosis. This man, Pharaoh, was on live giving out his address. My ex did not like personally message him to get the address. If y'all remember, he was giving out his address on national live. I don't know what that was, Instagram, I think at the time, YouTube. And I'm just like, bruh, you can't be serious. The climate that my ex needs to be in, especially after doing that time in prison, is a really calm climate. Okay, this is the kind of dude that he is. Like, he don't need to be around a bunch of like anxiety having stuff and like, oh, the cops might be outside, oh, the government might be, all of that. So I was like, dude, this is not good for you. Like, you already be low key paranoid. Like, you already be on some, so you don't need to go into a space where this guy is literally constantly having mental breakdowns. Like, you can see this. Again, I don't see how this is not so obvious to you guys, but you can see this and you're going right into it. And so I'm going crazy, and he is like, what's wrong with you? Like, I was crying like the next day. He was like, you act like I'm dying or something. I'm like, it's because you are dying. The version of you that I know, the same version of you is going to be no more. You are not going to be the same man that you are right now, or that you were before you went into that house. And I'm just telling him all these things. I'm literally reading. I'm literally telling him that you're about to come out of this so much more paranoid. You're about to be on this agitation thing. You're about to be calling women bitches. You about to be like all of this shit that I had already been seeing in Pharaoh. And I was just like, it's not going to end well. It's going to end in drama. And everybody that Pharaoh is connected with, it ends in drama. I don't know a person that has been, solid with him for years at a time, and they haven't had a situation and they end up coming out doing a video or interview about him, exposing him and stuff like that. So I was just like, I'm telling you, this ain't what you want. And I was like, it's not fair. I was explaining to him that it's not fair for you to put yourself in this position where you're going to be going through your own psychosis. And then when you get done with this, you're going to want to continue with me and our family. And we're going to have to take this level of whatever the fuck is going to come out of this. And he was like, no, 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 it's not going to be like that. I know what I'm doing. I'm keeping my head on strong. I got a plan. He's like, this is going to help me. This is going to help us. So that was the deal, right? Let me make sure I'm not forgetting something before I go on. Put a pin in it, okay? Don't let me forget where I was. We get back together. Okay, we're just gonna get it together. What did I say? Okay, exactly. Okay, this might not be that long of a story time, y'all. And so, and so, yeah. So we're just like, okay, we're still gonna try this while you're in his house, and oh my God, so much anxiety I had. The police, if y'all remember, the police was coming to his house, knocking on the doors. They was talking about taking off on the police. And I was just like, this is not my ex. I don't want to tell his legal business, but he was not in the legal position to be on camera talking about doing things to the police. He was not that police dude. He was not that dude to be talking about going off and taking off on things, like all of this. I'm like, what has happened? I'm like, you are under something. Are you taking something? Like, what is going on in this house? If y'all know who the Baron is a big reader. He probably got 1 million subscribers now on YouTube, and he does readings. That's my boy. He was trying to help me. He was like, you know what? The Baron would actually love to watch this because he was a part of this journey with me. The Baron and my girl Tori was literally holding me up, okay? They are really good mediums. And they were holding me up in this because they was like, oh my God, like, I can't believe that this is even happening. And they were like, he's definitely under some type of psychosis thing. There is something going on in the house. Let me think. Okay. I don't know if I want to share this part. So, okay. So yeah, that was what was happening. And there's like females coming in and out the house. There's like Pharaoh and my ex doing these videos where they're these taekwondo or jujitsu ninja men, and they're like trying to do all these weird ass things, and they're making music together and they're traveling together. Now my ex was getting money at this time, so he was right about that part. Okay, he was sending me money, but it was just so much. He was changing. He was disrespecting me. He had never, ever, 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 ever called me out my name. He was calling women bitches. It was just so much. And when I would see Pharaoh talk about him, and the reason why I mentioned in the beginning of Pharaoh taking advantage of him is because, okay, my ex is a grown ass man, but he also went to prison when he was 16. And so he had so much time to not figure out himself as a man that when he went into Pharaoh's house and when Pharaoh connected with him, first of all, Pharaoh was so excited about the idea of my ex doing 10 years in prison. Y'all can say what y'all want to say, but there's a lot of brothers out here that have like this thing about a man that did years in prison. Like he, like they be like, I'm a sick this dude on you. Like this is my dude. He don't play. Like he'll do this, he'll do that. So it was like that kind of thing. And if you look back, if you can go far back and look at those videos, this is how he would refer to my ex. Like my ex was his bodyguard. He literally was his bodyguard. And you can tell that Pharaoh was like, that was like a bragging thing. It's hella lame when men do this, but men do this. My ex was not that type. He really didn't want nobody to even know that he had spent that time in prison. But Pharaoh was excited about that, and he would mention that. And it was just a thing. And you could tell that just like you guys are doing with the way that y'all defend Pharaoh and y'all defend these conscious brothers, y'all have this sense of wanting to be wanting to belong. It's the same thing that it was with my ex, in my opinion. Wanting to belong, wanting to be a part of something. There's this thing where this is nothing wrong with Black men wanting, brotherhood. This is why men get into gangs. This is literally why most of the young men get into gangs, is because they didn't have a father, or they want the brotherhood that they didn't have and stuff like that. So it was a lot of that going on. And I will be telling him, like, Pharaoh is taking advantage of you. Like, he's literally on here like you his dog, where he could just snap his fingers and then you can just, go and handle that for him, which is so crazy. It's not even real. Like, this, it can't be real. Like, this is not, you cannot be on live talking about doing things to people. Like, and yeah, and there's so many things, so many legal things going on with that. But we're not gonna get into that. Yeah. And so I couldn't handle it. Like, I couldn't take the lies. I couldn't take all the things that him and Pharaoh and the whole crew was coming up with to get y'all to pay them for his courses and all these little things, and the whole the concerts that they were doing. What was I gonna mention? Oh, Pharaoh talking about he's a millionaire, and I don't think I want to say this. Let me just say that Pharaoh was not the millionaire that he was telling everybody that he was, because he was literally on live, like being like, yeah, I'm a multi-millionaire. Da, da, da. I'm not gonna say he ain't made a million, because people be giving him money and people pay for his things. But yeah, they needed government assistance, and it was not what everybody thought. And I just could not take my ex lying. I couldn't take the way that he was changing. I couldn't take the way that he was talking, the different ways that he was like totally disconnected. And I was just like, yo, yeah, I'm gonna let you do this, and I'll see you on the flip side. This is not gonna last long. There's about to be some type of event that occurs, and I wish you the best. I hope that you don't, end up back in jail, because at this time Pharaoh was in and out of jail. I think he had went to jail twice when my ex was living there with him. So I was just like, be careful, but I can't take this. Now, this is the part of the story that I wish my ex would tell, but I honestly don't know what happened. So maybe it's so personal, maybe it's something crazy that I can't even fathom. I don't know what went down with him and Pharaoh, but I do know that my ex has not been the same. He has mentally, literally, mentally, okay, emotionally, every he has not been the same since he left Pharaoh's house. I know that whatever went down with him and Pharaoh, how do I say this? He wanted to harm Pharaoh. I'll just say that. I'll just say he wanted to harm him. I'll just say that there could have been some things. I'll just say that. Okay, use your imagination. Um, And yeah, it got really real between them, and he doesn't want to bring it up. When I talk about it, he gets really angry with me. um I had already told him, like I said, when he was in the house with him, I would be like, dude, did you see that video last night? Did you see this live? Like, how you don't see, like, he's on here doing flamboyant stuff. He's on here twerking. He on here doing, like, how you don't see him he doing all of this stuff? Like, you not seeing none of this? Like, I was already telling my ex and trying to show him certain things and trying to make him see that he was clearly under some type of psychosis and that this man ain't never been right, but my ex couldn't see it. So I don't know what went down with them, but I just know that exactly what I told him, as far as the reason why I was so like regretting him even going in there, the reason why I was begging him not to do it, because I knew that he was not going to be the same. That is what it has been. And it's been 3 years. So for me to still be saying that he is not the same, my ex does not communicate the same. He does not comprehend the same. We are not able to have, since the day before the last conversation that we had. Well, I'm not gonna make it seem like the first day he went in his house, he got like that. I'm gonna say it was like the next month. It was like within a month or two of him living in there. We couldn't have, like, the comprehension was not the same. And I would be like, what are you, like, we're not able, like, anything that I'm talking to you about the kids or anything, you're just not there anymore. Like, you're not able to, like, meet me on a deep conversation about stuff. Now it's just, it sounds like, to me, when I'm speaking to him, it's like speaking to someone that has lost their mind for real. And I'm not even being funny. If you have anybody in your life who is like mentally, like, they might have like dementia, or they might have some type of thing like that, that's how it is talking to him. And it's just crazy. It's fucked up. Like, I really believe, like, if you're a spiritual girly, if you're a girl who channels and you read, if you can read people's energy, you gotta mess with men who really trust your spiritual guidance. Because I know that he regrets going into his house. He will never admit that to me, but I already know because of the little dancing around conversations that we've had about Pharaoh after he left his house. I know that he, wished that he didn't do that. But I also know that it's too tough for him to admit, because it's not about me being right. Like, I don't never want to be like, you see, I told you. Like, it's not about that. Like, this is a serious thing. This is my child's father. Like, this is family for me, no matter what. It's a real thing. But it's like, it's deep. It's deep. It's deep. And like I said, he has not been the same. I wish I could tell y'all what happened, but he won't share it with me. Okay, Tulsa, Oklahoma. I'm a Liberian. Oh, okay. Oh, I love you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for watching. So, okay, y'all, it's so crazy. It's so fucking sad. Like I said in the beginning, I'm glad that I didn't come on here and tell the story when I wanted to, because I was angry. I was hurt. I was like, I wanted to expose. I just wanted to, like, be like, I just wanted to scream and just be like, all of this is fucked up, because I felt like, like I said, my ex was a good dude. My ex was the only man I ever had that I didn't have to tell to spend time with my kids. I never had to tell him to show up. He took care of me when I was pregnant. He took care of my kids. He worked. He did all the things. He just honestly needed to be alone. He had got out of prison and went straight into having a whole family. He needed to know what it was like to just be a man and just live on your own. So I'm not going to give, details and things like that on why I ended up, calling it quits with him. But I do know that overall, that is all that was needed. And so it really sucks that we were at this time of being like, okay, like, you also don't need to be in America. Like, that's a whole traumatic thing within itself, especially getting all this time that you spent, being in prison since you were a kid. Now that you've been able to, do your own thing and have your own space, we can get back together. We can do this thing. You can be in your kid's life. You can raise the kids and things like that with me. And it's just like, yeah, man, spiritual psychosis is real. The halo effect is real. And I don't give a damn what nobody say. My ex is not the same since being in Pharaoh's house. And before Pharaoh, like I said, he was competent, he was comprehensive, whatever you say, however you say that. He was able to hold a full conversation and actually be there for me. And I could tell him, hey, I'm going through this mental thing, and he could be there for me. And I have not been able to have that conversation. It's been 3 years since I've been able to have a discussion like that with him. Now he does exactly what I told him that he was going to be doing. He gets angry. He's short-tempered. It's not him. It's not the him that I knew. And like I said, I remember when he started referring to women as bitches, I was like, that's Pharaoh. That's exactly what I told him. You see, this is you living in his house, because you was never, ever, ever talking about women like that. I don't know how I don't even know how he wasn't. Let me, before I say this, because I said something like this earlier, and people was like, oh, you want us to cancel him? I don't give a damn what y'all do with Pharaoh. Keep loving him, keep supporting him. I just don't know how we have not canceled him with the way that he's spoken about Black people, about Black women, the way that he refers to us as bitches. Like, he don't even say the word women. Like, it's been 5 years. Like, it's been so long. And my ex most definitely was not talking like that. Now, this man he can't even get angry with me without calling me that. And we were in a whole relationship, and we argued at times, and he would never call me out my name. That was never a thing. So yeah, it's a real thing now. What I also wanted to talk about is spiritual psychosis. Okay, when we talk about what happened to Pharaoh, spiritual psychosis. This is something that I've talked about before, not pertaining to Pharaoh at all, because I have seen someone go under spiritual psychosis myself. And I've seen it happen like in the conscious community for many years, but I've had someone personal in my life go through it. It was a friend of mine, and I watched her dwindle down. And what happens is a person learns about the truth. It's the same thing as religious psychosis. That's just with religion. And a person learns about the truth, and they normally, if a person starts to look up stuff about reptiles, the reptilians, if they start to go down the rabbit hole of the government shape shifting, things like that, they're probably, if they don't know how to have balance, if they don't know how to just like live life, tap out of that and go and raise their kids and go and have some fun, maybe go shake your ass somewhere at a club, or go and have a drink sometimes. If you don't drink, just go and spend some time with some family. If they don't know how to do that, they're most likely going to go under spiritual psychosis. Pharaoh has been, like, we've been watching him under spiritual psychosis for like 7 years, maybe longer than that. And my former friend who went through this, so these are very knowledgeable people. I want to be clear on that, because I feel like we hear this stuff and we be like, oh, they just lost their mind. Oh, they just being crazy. You can learn. This is why I wanted to show y'all what the halo effect is, because you can learn things and you can be knowledgeable and you can be really good at teaching, and you can still not have your fucking mind. Like, that doesn't have anything to do with that. And so my homegirl, she put me on to numerology. I didn't know nothing about numerology in 2013. She's the one that called me and told me that I was an empath. She called me in LA, like, they like, have you ever heard of empath? She's like, girl, you an empath. I never knew about these two things. She put me on, and because we had went to high school together. And so we reunited during her awakening, right after my awakening. We're sharing information and stuff. And this is before me and my ex-husband ended up moving back to Oklahoma, where I was able to watch her go through her psychosis in person. And I remember when we were still in LA, I was like, you should chill a little bit. You know, maybe you should take a break, because I could tell that she was just getting too passionate about the knowledge, and it was just becoming too much. You know, like if you are on the phone with this person, or y'all talking, and y'all can't even go an hour or a few hours without getting real deep. And y'all know me, like, I'm a deep ass person. I literally interview dead people for a living. You know, like, I take people into past lives. I don't think you really get too much deeper than that. But this is not my only subject. This is not my only thing. Like, I also have fun. I also live. I joke a lot. Like, I'm still a normal human being. And so it was just becoming too much. And I could tell that she was having anxiety about it. When people start to talk about, like, the government is looking, and the government, you know, all these different things. And again, don't get it twisted. Like, I'm that girl putting the little thingy on my camera, you know, on my laptop camera, just in case, because I don't want motherfuckers watching. You know, like, I'm not trying to make it seem like I'm totally out of this as far as the movement, and, you know, being aware, you know. But there's levels to this. There's levels to this. And spiritual psychosis needs to be a subject that everyone that goes through their awakening should focus on before they even go through their awakening. I didn't know that my homegirl, before we came there, she had already went through some stuff, because again, she's talking about the reptilians all the time. She's talking about the geometric codes and all the things happening in the trees and all these things. And, you know, she's taking her shrooms, she's smoking her weed and stuff. And she had already had an experience that her man ended up telling me about later. This was important for you to tell me this before I left this girl with my kids. But she had already dealt with a situation of people doing the same thing that people have done with Pharaoh. It's been 100 wellness calls on Pharaoh that have been live for us all to see. And so this, my homegirl, she had ended up having some type of episode where she felt like the government was watching her, and there was like some reptilian situation. And she was like, she had ended up pouring pee inside of like cups, and like putting the pee around the house so that the reptilians couldn't see the infrared thing through her body. And she just lost her mind. She had just completely lost her mind. I didn't know about that because I think I was still in LA at that time, but I didn't know all the way from LA. I knew that she was either going under spiritual psychosis or it was about to happen. And so when we made it to LA, to Oklahoma, we ended up connecting, being cool. We were still friends for a couple of months. And then, yeah, she was coming over. I wouldn't even say I was distancing myself. Like, I was like, I knew that it was something, but I was still being there for her. And I would just be honest. I'd be like, girl, like, we need to, like, let's do something fun. Like, let's change the subject. Let's do something else. Like, we can talk about this. We can get back to this. And then one day she just showed up outside my house with no clothes, trying to fight me. She had no clothes on. My kids still remember this story to this day. And she was outside, like, daylight, come outside, come outside. And all I was trying to do is make sure my kids did not see my friend whose children that they were friends with bucket naked outside. It was crazy. It was so sad. She's a mother. She had just had a baby too. So it might have been some postpartum stuff that even made her, open to that. But it was definitely spiritual psychosis. Her family was not listening to me when I was trying to explain to them what the situation was. And yeah, they ended up putting her in a home. I have no idea where she is today. Her ex was doing way too much, honestly. He was out of line when I would be trying to check up on her. So I haven't even went there. Let me read y'all's comments. Do you think he was poisoned? I don't know. I don't know, man. I try not to make excuses. Like, I want to be clear on that. I'm not like on here like, oh, it was Pharaoh that did. But Pharaoh does play a part, obviously. Because like I said, this is not no honest man. He's been playing the Black community for a very long time. I know about things that he was lying about. I'm not even going to share that part. I think it's just don't even have to be shared. But, my ex went into his home willingly, obviously. Nobody forced him to do it. But I don't know. Shoot, I seen a video of Pharaoh saying that he was poison at one point with perks, which I don't all the way believe. I was just watching Pharaoh on live. Was that last night or the night before? And dude was literally falling asleep on live. He was in mid sentence. There's nothing that makes you do that except for opioids. If you're either on fentanyl or whatever is the other drug. I think it might be two more. But if you're literally in mid sentence and you're literally just falling asleep, he's falling asleep, and y'all black conscious motherfuckers is in the comments talking about he trolling us, y'all. Like, we will say anything except for holding him accountable. And this is how we do in the black community that don't even have to do with like being woke and conscious. Like, we refuse to hold a man accountable. Anything. The white man got him. He was cloned. Is MK Ultra. Like, we will say anything except for this is who he is and this is the path that he chose to go down. Now, I don't know what kind of drugs that Pharaoh takes, but I do know that 6 years ago he was, well, I would say 5 years ago then, he was verbal about the shrooms that he was taking, and he you could see the white people on camera bringing him shrooms, and it wasn't just shrooms either. I'm not good with the drug names, so I don't know the drug names, but it wasn't just shrooms. And this is all on camera while we just be acting like we don't see stuff. Yeah, that young Pharaoh dude was weird. If we talking about the same dude. Yep, we talking about the same dude. You got to be real careful with shrooms. Yep. You got to be careful with shrooms. And we're not supposed to be taking shrooms as a party drug. Shrooms are not, it's not a party thing. This is something that you're supposed to be taking in a space with people that are in tune, that are aware, that's not just going to sit there and watch you wig out and record you. You're supposed to speak to the fungus. You're supposed to like do a whole thing, and have a moment. The way that Americans have been abusing shrooms is so sad. It's so sad that I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, I don't know how this could happen because it's fungus, it's not a plant. But I wouldn't be surprised if shrooms just be like, you know what? I'm out of here. Like, we just end up being like, shrooms are going extinct because we're misusing it. We're misusing it. And not to get too deep, but the shrooms be talking to me, y'all. Okay? I don't even take that many shrooms, and they most definitely have given me messages about the way that we're using them. I'm a weirdo because I have taken shrooms, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can say 5 times, and maybe 3 of those times it wasn't a microdose, and I still don't know what a trip is like. I don't know what's wrong with me. I don't want to jinx it and say I can't trip, but my trips don't be trips. What is wrong with my brain? Like, I just be chilling. I just be chilling. It is so, I don't know. Like, there was a guy down here that had brought some shroom gummies, and he had brought them from a dispensary in America. And he was like, he showed me the temperature thing of how, like, if you take this much, it's going to be this and this. And he gave me the highest amount. I did not have the experience that everybody has. I don't know. I just be chilling on shrooms. Like, I have tried. And I mean, me and one of my friends out here, he just tried all the drugs, so he knows everything really, really well. And he was just like, maybe that's just your vibration. Like, that's like whatever you feel. Cause I do feel something. Like, I might feel good. I feel like relaxed. Sometimes I might see like some little waves of things, but I don't be having, it don't matter how much I take. Like, I've taken large amounts. Like, and he was like, maybe that's your trip. Like, maybe that's your level. And using shrooms to go places don't always take you where you'd like. I've tripped 10 times and microdose every 6 months. That's good. I'm so for microdosing. I'm so for plant and fungus medicine. I love fungi. I want to grow shrooms and mushrooms itself, like for medicinal purposes. Mm. You know what this is? It's coconut water. Fresh coconut. hmm So yeah, y'all. I don't know. Like, spiritual psychosis is real. The halo effect is real. We have 3 men. Is it 3? Could be 4. We got 4 men? Damn. We got 4 men in jail who were leaders on the same level. Honestly, 2 of them were on a way higher level than Pharaoh, way more known. Traveling, Dr. York was traveling internationally to do his teachings and his debates and stuff. So was Polite. These brothers are in jail for harming women and children. Dr. York is in jail for harming young boys as well as young girls. I think it's time for us to take a break from whatever the fuck you call following these people, following these men just because they have knowledge. Whatever you call that, somebody give me a name for it. Whatever you call that, I think it's time for us to take a break. I think that it's time for us to do what we are supposed to be doing when we go through our own awakening. I don't like to use the word supposed to, because there ain't no rules to this, right? Everybody's journey is how it's supposed to be. But it's like, if you're really considered woke or spiritual, go on your own journey within yourself. Like, find whatever you want to call it, the most high, Christ consciousness, whatever it is that you believe in, find it within yourself. This doesn't mean that you can't, find people that inspire you, people that teach really well. But when you are like, when I don't even know how to word it, because it's like there's people that you can read their energy and you can tell that they're not trying to be your leader. Like, I have a lot of videos where I'm teaching things. I'm teaching you guys about the quantum field. I'm talking about grief. I'm talking about manifesting and changing your mind and living the life of ease. I don't want to be y'all's leader. Like, I'm real careful about not looking like the people's guru. That's not important to me. And I think that there's just a level of discernment. Like, we need to learn how to discern, because the spiritual psychosis mixed up with the halo effect, it comes from a deeper place. It comes from abandonment when we were children. It comes from us not feeling like we were included, like we want to be included into a group. The whole toxicity of the conscious community, and how we get together and there's so much drama, and how we promote this poly thing. I'm not against poly, but I am against the way that we in the Black conscious community make it seem like this is our way out of poverty, and just how toxic it is. Like, everybody having sex with everybody. Like, even if it's not poly, we are so we over freaked out in the conscious community. Why are we so over freaked out? Why is everything freaky? It's just too much, y'all. It's just too much. We need to be red flagging ourselves. Like, if you belong to the community, perhaps led with a good intention, consumed by power. Yeah, it's like, it's the same thing that I said in my video about the Epstein files and the government and stuff, where I said that realistically, man is not supposed to have all that power. You are not like most human beings. It's so rare. Like, Jesus was like the only one. Like, it's so rare to be a human being, to have thousands to millions of people following you. They're sending you money. They're falling on your every word. You got women or men, because sometimes there's toxic women that's like this, toxic female leaders. And you got people throwing their genitals at you, willing to do anything for you. It is very hard as a human being for you to stay grounded in that. You got to be a different kind of human to stay grounded in that, and to not let that get to your head. And it don't matter if we talking about the Black church or the Black conscious community, the Black spiritual community. We have to know that this is a thing. Why do you think that everybody that comes up who has a lot of talent or that's knowledgeable is just a righteous person? Just because they know more than you? That's not good. That's just not good. Hey, hey. Thank you for stopping in, Lami. Thank you for watching. Okay, so I forgot to play these videos. For those of you who don't know who I'm talking about, who don't know Pharaoh, I am going to play these videos for you. I wish I had some old videos because Pharaoh was twerking on camera 5 years ago. Like, he was doing these things a couple years ago. I want to be clear. I am not trying to expose him. I'm not trying to be like, oh, okay, this is not a drama channel. But I'm going to share these things because we're talking about it. And, and, maybe some of you guys didn't see. So here goes a photo. Let's just look at this photo real quick. This man was doing this years ago. This kind of stuff. Let's talk about this real quick. Because when it comes to men, hold on, let me change the screen. Okay, I can't even leave it on here and talk. It's just too much. I'm sorry, y'all. When it comes to y'all seen the photo, right? I don't know if I can make it. Can I make the photo small? Can I do that? Because that photo was just way too much. It was way too much. Okay, it's not letting me like switch it. Can I switch it? Okay, there we go. No, that's not. I minimized myself. Okay, we got it. So when it comes to men who are always talking about about eating and about getting, let me make this clear. I am not accusing this man of his sexuality. I don't know anything about this man's sexuality. I have a lot of gay men in my life. I grew up around gay men. I have gay uncles, and I know gay men. I know men on the DL. I'm still not implying, I'm not going to say I'm not implying, but I'm not accusing. But I will say that when it comes to men that talk about eating and getting all the time, going to the strip club, like all this sexual stuff, it needs to be a red flag for you. And especially if we're talking about a conscious community leader, this is supposed to be a red flag for you. Because just on one level, again, overly freaked out. Why are you always talking about what you're going to do to a woman's vagina? This was 5 years ago. This was back when my ex was living with him when he was doing this. It's also is often a cover up. It is often something that men do, especially homophobic men, do to show us, to prove to us that they have nothing to do with that. Again, I'm not calling him gay. I'm not saying that he is. If he is, ain't nothing wrong with your sexuality or whatever, but I want to just make that clear. Because I low key like on one end, I'm like, okay, y'all need it for the fingernails. Like he had to go and get his nails done to show y'all. This man is constantly like talking like this and doing that. Y'all don't, is it just me? I'm the only person that ever see videos like that? And also, if he is gay, there's nothing wrong with Pharaoh being gay, right? There will be something wrong with him pretending like he's not and being homophobic. That is what the wrong thing would be, okay? Him talking against it, being against it, being a womanizer. These are all traits of a gay man or a man on the DL. Again, I'm not calling him that. For those of you who did not see, this is the video of him getting his nails done. He did not get press-ons. He got his nails did.
It's the spirit of a cat. Why? Because I channeled something the other day, and this is what influenced. Well, one of the things that influenced me besides myself, Jabone. So, half killer in me, half pimp, half samurai,
Okay.
half cheetah-rella. And with that being said, I'm getting my shit done. This is the vlog-rella. I got my shit retwisted, and I got linked up. Right, I'm sexarella. So, I know how I'm rocking. I got to get used to having these, though, so I don't my damn face.
I'm sitting there. It wasn't. I know exactly what you're talking about.
I like these. They sexy. These gonna come out sexy. And y'all know I had to go to my favorite, the Asians, my favorite. So I'll show y'all the finished results. I'm gonna go out for a little bit. You gonna see if it's busting. If not, I'm gonna park a lot, pimp my outside pimp till I bounce. Got me a stripper pole. See what's chopping. So I'm make sure I can still play the game. Alright, I can still whoop y'all ass. That's all that counts. That being said, it is what it is. It ain't what it ain't. Alright. Alright, y'all. We halfway through. Sexarella. These them sexarellas. And they came out exactly how I envisioned them in my mind.
They cute. Them is cute, boy.
I'm telling y'all right now, it was either gonna be this, shark teeth, or yellow viper scale.
His nails remind me of Lotto, because Lotto loved the cheetah. So yeah, this is our conscious leader. This is our leader, and I want to be clear, y'all, because what I don't like that I'm seeing is like, oh, what happened to Pharaoh? It's a new Pharaoh. This is the new Pharaoh. Something happened. This is the same Pharaoh. Okay, he just decided to get his nails done now. That's it. He's just coming out more with whatever the hell this is supposed to be. But this is the same Pharaoh. This is the same exact dude. This video is older, actually. And I took off the sound because the sound was like one of those funny sounds. And I'm not on here like, ha, ha, ha. Like, this is real. Okay. That's y'all's mans. That's the mans that y'all are defending all day and swear that he's not under spiritual side. Swear that it's the government, that it's MK Ultra and all this other stuff. Pharaoh been moving like that. He been moving like that. So yeah, he been talking about going to the strip club, calling himself a pimp. He been saying this stuff. It's a joke. Like, we are literally a joke community. Like I was saying earlier, like, if you claim to be woke and you are a part and you've been following him, go back to sleep. Just go back to sleep, please. Just go back to sleep. This is no point of you being woke, okay? Because seriously, this is a joke. What are we talking about? Mind you, again, I was personally taught by Dr. Kaba Hiawatha Kamene. I don't come from this silly shit. When it comes to teaching and when it comes to the Black community and our history and the work that our men and women have put in, it's not a joke to me. It's not clout. It's not ego. It's not, oh, let me come and do this nation and put these things together and get y'all's money. And I don't come from that. I come from people that were seriously teaching and wasn't like trying to do some secret shit to get sex and to like promote poly. And Dr. Kaba still has his family. How come none of these brothers have a family? How come none of these brothers are sticking to their family? Not one of them. Not one of them that I've named today. And again, this is not new Pharaoh. Y'all, please stop saying, oh my goodness, something happened to him. No, this is just him. This is just him, and most likely him on drugs. And the reason why I say that, now hold on, let me rephrase that. This is just him. It's been him for many years, and now he is most likely on drugs. And the only reason I say that is because he was falling asleep on live. Because that's not normal. He was falling asleep. I don't know why the heck my phone. I guess I just wasn't supposed to share it. I really didn't want this live to be like a exposed Pharaoh. So maybe that's why it probably would have been too much. Oh, wait a minute. I'm on the wrong. I didn't want to be on that screen. It probably would have been too much. Where's my whole screen at? Okay, there we go. Yeah, maybe it would have been too much for me to share that. So I didn't get to, because I tried to screen record, and I can't remember if my phone went dead or what, but my dude was on live with them big ass nails. He was literally texting like this and was like, in the comments is like, oh, he trolling us. Like, spiritual psychosis, halo effect 2.0. He is not trolling y'all. He is on something. It's okay. It's okay to say that. We be the problem because we are encouraging it. We're watching it and we're not being real about it. You're not being accountable about it. It's the same thing we do with Kodak Black. And I love Kodak. Is his name Kodak Black? It is Black, right? Okay. But I'm used to calling him Kodak. I love Kodak. Like I like a lot of his music, but he is not always in the right state of mind because he be on drugs. He be falling asleep on live all the time. And when you say something, if you dare say something, his following, halo effect. Everybody's like, no, it's not. He's not on drugs. It's because it's like, yo, humans, we need help. We need help. We're not strong enough. We need leaders, okay? Because we're not strong enough. Another sign is when they date masculine women or constantly criticizing women or critiquing their appearance. Yep. Yep, yep, yep. Absolutely. When they're constantly talking about women, right? They was nice. They were nice. Mind you, they weren't press-ons. Like, dude could have went and got some press-ons and it would have been cool. You know, I mean, that still would have been cool, but I'm just saying it would have been like, okay, maybe he's just experimenting. That it still would have been hella weird, but I'm just saying. But he got them things permanent. And we're so delusional that hearing him say like, oh, let me see if I can still play the game, and yeah, I'm still a pimp, and yeah, it's because I was channeling a jaguar or a cheetah or whatever, you know, I was channeling a cat. Us hearing him say stuff like that, it's kind of like, you know, like for those of you who are not religious and you were before, you know how like when you awaken and you be like, okay, dang, like, well, if this isn't real, like I gotta hold on to something. Like when you first awaken, you be like, I need something. Like, so what do I do? Like, who do I pray to? Who do I like? It's kind of like that, you know. Like we be like, oh my goodness. Okay, so oh okay, cool. Okay, you was just channeling a cat. Okay, cool. Oh, okay, you still want to play the game. Okay, okay. So he's still masculine, y'all. He's still straight. He just want to play the game with the nails. Like, you guys, we have to be honest. This is the problem in the Black community, period. If we're not even talking about being woke consciousness or nothing, we are the worst at holding people accountable. The only people that we want to hold accountable is white people, the white man, white racist people. And honestly, we've been failing at that for a long time anyway. But when it comes to us, if it's not a woman, if it's not a Black woman, we are not trying to hold no man accountable. It is like it's its own psychosis. We need a name for how bad we are at just looking straight at a person or texting them or being on their live and being like, hey, how can I help you? Because this is not normal behavior. This is not good. You know, like this is not cool. Something needs to give. Like, even the people that are saying that, why are you connecting this with MK Ultra and that he was cloned? And please stop it. I know you want to save your own self. Like, I know that you want to be like, you know, there's no way that I was following this and I would believe in it. But again, accountability. You have to just be honest. You got to just be honest, because we can't be letting the next generation, what is it, Gen Z, Gen X, let's not let them go through the awakening and then it's a whole new crop. Like, I feel like the younger, I mean, the more that the generations do this, it's just going to get worse and worse. Like, it's going to be another nature boy, another Pharaoh, another brother polite. Come on. Now I got a story about Nature Boy. I'm gonna do that story next time. I actually personally talked to Nature Boy, so that's a whole nother story. Y'all, I'm not trying to find myself in these positions. I don't want it, but I just be in it. Like I'm just in it, and on this scale, I'm not even really like in it, but I was impacted by the Pharaoh effect. Okay. But yeah, you guys, if you have enjoyed this live, please hit a thumbs up. Let YouTube know that your girl is on here and she's talking about interesting things and they should be suggesting my channel. You can share this live right now. I appreciate you guys. How long have we been on here? Okay, just an hour and 30 minutes. Yeah, let me make sure I hit everything I wanted to say. Okay. Yeah. I did good. I did good. I actually don't have to go back and you know, make sure that I hit something. Yeah, y'all, I didn't want to share this because I'm not like, y'all know that I share my personal life, but there's parts that I don't share. And like I said, this is why I said be careful, because anybody that I had kids with, I don't care even if they are disrespecting me, as long as they're not harming my children, they're still family to me. And so I don't want, I didn't want this to be like a thing. Like I'm like bashing him or I'm like putting him down. Like he have his own story to tell. This is my story. This is from my point of view on my story. Um, and also, I mean, again, I don't want to call him a victim, but again, Pharaoh did take advantage of him. Like this is something I feel like needs to be said because this could be somebody that you love. This can be somebody that you know. I knew a girl that had went to Nature Boys camp. She ended up leaving, but I ended up meeting a girl. Was she a babysitter? I think we had hired her. Yeah, my ex, who I'm talking about, we had hired her to be a babysitter, and she ended up leaving and going to Nature Boys camp. But you might know someone who ends up in these type of situations, and it's all occultism, y'all. It's occultism. It is. Okay, if you need to do some research on occultism because we be like following cults and being in cults without realizing it. Churches are cults. It really is. If people can't go there and be different and and there's like a certain thing and it's like this they it's like a clicky thing and all that, like it's a cult. Hit that with you had said one time, I love you. Hit that what you had said one time. Oh, what you had said. What you had said. How did he clean himself as a straight man? How did he clean himself? Oh my God, right? I don't know. Like, did he think about that? I don't know if he considered that. Black people can be racist too, especially with each other. If we're going by conscious definition, technically you have to have economic impact on a group of people in order for it to be considered racism by definition. But black people can be prejudiced, and we most definitely have something. We most definitely have something to each other. I mean, even Malcolm X in the middle of the civil rights movement while fighting the Jim Crow era and everything, literally used to say all the time that nobody is harder on black people like black people. And this fact always blows my mind because this is a man that's seen us being lynched. Like we still being lynched, but it was like happening all the time then. Like he was in the middle of what white folks was doing to us, and he still was saying that no one is harder on us than us. That says a lot. That says a lot. And honestly, as much as I at the time was so furious that if I was in America, I probably would have pulled up at Pharaoh's house and tried to like save my ex on some like get him out of here. This is horrible. Like this is why I wasn't supposed to be there, so I wouldn't be doing something stupid like that. But as much as I felt anger and everything about it, and it wasn't just towards Pharaoh. Again, this is not like my ex is a grown ass man, but this is why I didn't want to come on here and be like, oh, I'm just making fun of him, and I'm just like it's not funny. Like on the video of him dancing, it was like that one tune of like do 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 do, and it makes it funny. It makes it a funny thing, but it's not really funny. Like this is mental here. And Pharaoh he has been admitted in the mental hospital. He's talked about it. He's talked about being there. I just watched the old video again on TikTok. Like somebody had reposted an old video of him talking about being there. And so it's not he didn't put himself in there. So it's not like he's aware. Narcissists aren't aware of them, having the mental problems. They normally don't. They normally aren't the ones that put themselves in there. He was court ordered, I believe. Do you plan on staying in Senegal forever? I think you should visit Jamaica. I would love to come to Jamaica. Are you in Jamaica? I would love to come to Jamaica. I don't plan on staying here forever. I actually would like to leave soon. I don't know where we're going to go next, though. And I feel like it's going to be so hard for me to leave because Senegal is Taranga. I'm not going to be able to take these men that want to help me and protect me, I'm not going to be able to take them with me. Like these people that are so helpful, I want to put them in my pocket and take them with me on our journey to the next country. Thank you. Thank you for the 200 gifted. Thank you guys. Gift me, guys, so I can get used to saying thank you for the 200 gifted. Thank you for the 500 gifted. Like I'm trying to get like Kai Cenat, okay? Somebody else sent me something like this, and I was just so slow about what that even was. I appreciate you. Um, so yeah. We plan on going somewhere. I don't know where we're gonna go next. I was looking at Rwanda. I'm all over the place with it, honestly. I was looking at Rwanda. I was looking at Cape Verde, Ivory Coast. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I did a session with my son, my 12-year-old, a few months ago, and the souls was like, "Y'all ain't going nowhere until y'all learn a new language." So we probably ain't going nowhere until we learn a new language, which is something I was already telling my kids. My daughter was like, "Mama, this what you've been saying." I'm like, "I know, right?" So yeah, we're not fluent. The only people in this house that are halfway fluent is the two youngest people in the house, which is crazy, right? It sounds crazy, but it's because they play outside all the time. Kids learn, it's scientifically proven that kids learn better through play. So the fact that they be outside all day, y'all, they speak such good Wolof. And me and my oldest two just be like, bonjour. I mean, I'm more fluent than they are, but I'm gonna get it together though. We got what, 5 more months in this year. I really do plan on like locking in. I've been watching Josephine Baker's videos because I'm such a weirdo. I can't just like learn French like a normal person. I have to be like motivated, and I've got on to this journey of learning so much and then fell off. I'm like, let me try something different. So I'm watching videos of Josephine Baker. You know, she was a Black American woman that learned to speak French. So I'm like, okay, let's see what happens, y'all. If I am fluent in, if I'm conversational fluent in French in January, I swear to God, nobody is ever going to be able to tell me nothing. I feel like trying to learn a new language is harder. It was harder than me moving here with $200. I swear, it's easier to move to Africa with 4 kids and $200 than it is to learn a new language. I swear, this is the hardest shit I ever did. Like, I don't know why it's so hard. It's discipline though. It's discipline, and I've been back and forth with myself. At first, I was like, I gotta learn French, and I was like, okay, no, it's Wolof. I was like, okay, now I need French and Wolof because in order to speak Wolof, then you need to know a little French, and yeah, it's so much. But yeah, we are gonna be leaving though. I'm thinking like, if not next year, then maybe the following year. I really just want to get to a point, like I don't want to be in a new country and I'm still going off of like my income of like whatever comes up. You know, however many sessions I book, however many clients that I pick up. Like I really want to be making like a certain amount residually, or like I feel so comfortable here. Like it's the reason why we moved to Sally and we left the car. Is because I just wanted to be here focusing on my business, and shout out to me in life because I have been able to do that. I'm so grateful for that. But I just don't want to be like, in a new place, trying to figure out the new place, and then also like needing to get my sessions and my clients and things like that. I just want to like already have my courses up by that time and have like my audios available, before I make that move. And I need to be speaking a language, clearly. Girl, I wish. I plan on moving there once I finish school. Oh, cool. But girl, if you visit there, you ain't gonna want to leave. I've been there multiple times. Really? Don't tell me that. Jamaica has been an option. I also don't want to go where there be storms. Like Senegal has just been perfect. We don't go through nothing here. Like we just be here chilling. Like nature's not trying to get us. Ain't no wars trying to get us here. Like we just be chilling. If I ever decide to live in Africa, it would probably be South Africa. I have I have to live comfortably. Yeah, I can understand that. Have you been there? I haven't been to South Africa. My uncle lives there. I would love to visit. I'm scared too, though. South Africa is the Jim Crow era. Wait a minute. Oh, I'm like, wait a minute. Has my thing been on mute? Um, it was lit up red. Um, South Africa is Jim Crow. They have a lot of racism there, and I know someone that was there. She ended up leaving, but she was saying how everyone was telling her like be careful like with your locks. Apparently they'll like hold you down and cut like they'll kidnap you, not really like take you, but they'll put you in a certain place or hold you down to cut off your locks so they can sell them. I don't know. It'd be stories. It'd be stories. I don't like to go off of the stories, but that is supposed to be like a common thing. I don't know how true it is. What do you think what's going on with FBA not like other black people? Okay, please tell me what FBA is, y'all. I be having slow moments. What's that? With FBA. I can't be using abbreviations with me. I don't be knowing abbreviations. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, wait a minute. Not liking other black people. Who is that? Who is the FBA, y'all? With uh, not liking other black people. Is it Africans? Is it black Americans? Foreign black Americans? Okay. Okay, tell me, please. I appreciate you guys for being. Morgan, are you still in here? She probably left. She probably, I'll watch the replay. I appreciate you guys though for staying with me. Yeah, there was no way I could have told this story on Facebook. I feel so much safer here, just in this place. Yeah, it's a sad story, honestly. It really is, man. I mean, everything happens how it's supposed to. I do hope that my ex recovers from whatever he experienced with Pharaoh. I don't know if he will ever share it with me. I have given up on trying to get that out of him because it never ends well. We always end up getting into it. Um, but yeah, I hope that he can heal from that experience. And yeah, I just can't be the one like waiting around, and I can't be trying to fix no more men. Like I can't be trying to help. Like you gotta really want to help yourself, and you have to be honest, like you gotta connect those dots and be honest about what things are. No, I haven't been there, but I love. Oh, okay. I love how it looks to the movie in the movies, right? FBA stands for Foundational Black Americans. Okay, I've been seeing this, y'all. It's because I haven't been in America. I swear, because I've been seeing this term. I'm like, what are we talking about? Meaning black people born in America. Okay. Hey, hey. What's up, love? Thank you for tuning in. Okay, so how do I feel about black people born in America? Did you say not liking Americans? Hold on, let me go back. Oh, not liking other black people. You mean like other Africans? Who do the black Americans born in America who don't like, you mean Africans, or they don't like other um black American people? I was seeing this. I think it was like it might have been like one of those expat groups or something. And I was like, have we created a new term? Is this term necessary? Who is the born in America, or I think somebody broke it down. I was like, okay, I guess it's necessary, but it wasn't necessary 2 years ago. Like maybe y'all been talking about it and I didn't know. I swear it's like being outside of America is like looking in a glass, like in a looking glass. Oh, okay, Africans. You know, for a long time, I was like, that's not really a thing on both ends, because I know for like a lot of Americans say that Africans don't like us. So I was like, that's not really a thing. The Americans, the Black Americans who say that Africans don't like us, and they be like, I have personal experience. They are dealing with Africans who live in America. They're dealing with Africans who either never lived in Africa or they've been in America so long, and so they have their own biased idea about Black Americans. They're not dealing with Africans that are here in Africa, because Africans that are here in Africa, they love us. They love Americans, right? Now, on the flip side of that, Black Americans who don't like Africans, I feel like there's two different groups, because there is the is it Hebrew? I call them Hebrewites. I've made fun of this so long that I don't even know if it's real or not. I don't think there's a real thing called Hebrewite. I think I mixed up Hebrew and Israelites. But I've been doing it for 10 years now, over 10 years. That I'm like, is that a real group? But no, I know someone personally that can't stand Africans, and he went on YouTube and figured out how to be a Hebrewite. And so now that's the group of people that don't like Africans. And then there's another group of people that don't like Africans. They are, Black conscious. And these are the Black Americans that believe that we were not slaves. They believe that the white man made it up, and that they just wanted us to look like slaves or whatever. And they say that, we're the ones that started America and stuff like that. And I don't even know what to say about them. Ignorance, that's really all I can say. Ignorance, and just more shit to just slow us down, like more things to just have us debating and going against each other, when we should be progressing financially and mentally and accountability. Okay. Because Black folk from all over the world, okay, Africans and Caribbeans and Americans, we need all those things I just named. We need financial we need a financial awakening, we need an emotional awakening, and we need accountability. We don't have that throughout our families and all. I worked with an African man in 2016, and he said when they came to the US, they are told that we don't like them and to be careful. Yep, this is true. This is true. I don't know how recent, like if they still do that, because now we got social media, so somebody could just like pull out their camera and just share that. But I back in 2013, when I first got the message that I was supposed to move to Senegal, it's a long story, but I ended up doing the big chop, and then I hated it, and then I tried to cover it up, and I went to a salon to get my hair done, and it just so happened to be a Senegalese woman, and she is the one, her and her Senegalese friend is the one that shared with me that when they came to America, and it was like the 90s, she said that they showed them a video at the embassy, um, of Black Americans doing a bunch of crimes and loitering and stuff like that, and they told them to stay away from us. So that is a thing. I've shared that with a few people, and people know people like you just shared that say the same thing. I just don't know if that's still happening. But yeah, I think that plays a part in the Africans that don't like us, or that, see us in that stereotypical way. No, I have been around some Africans who show jealous towards us for no reason. And sometimes the African women will refuse to hang out with Black American women because they feel that we will outshine them. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, that's my experience all day, every day here. Um, but again, like, are you talking about Africans who are in America? Like, is that your experience? Like, have you only experienced African women in America? For me, I can't say that they're doing it specifically because I'm American, because most of them can't just look at me and tell I'm American. Or maybe I shouldn't say most of them, because a lot of them probably can. But um, my experience here with African women, I don't know if, I mean, it could be a plethora of things. It could be me being attractive. It could be me being light skinned. That is a thing. They do bleach the skin here and stuff like that. So there is a colorism thing, just like it is in America. It could be the American thing, like you said, but I definitely, that's why I don't have a lot of Senegalese friends. I mean, female friends. They don't really like me. They be having attitudes. And I'm not gonna make it seem like it's, it's been all the women that I've met. I have two Senegalese female friends that I love and adore, and they love me down. Um, the other few women, because I also meet women, or like I see, women, and you could tell that they feel like, oh, like she's beautiful, and they'll wave at me, they'll smile, or they come and tell me I'm beautiful and stuff. But for the most part, they be mugging me, they be having attitudes with me. Anytime that I've been on the set of like when I did the commercial or a music video or something, I'm always by myself. The girlies be in the circle, like, key hen. They don't mess with your girl. And I just be like, okay, whatever. I don't play around with African women because ain't nobody going to the marabou on me, okay? You ain't about to go see the man on me. See that lady on me. And the girl who set me up was African. She was from Gabon. So their jealousy is on another level. I will say that. You can be offended if you want to, but Black women all across the world, women in general all across the world, I always say ain't nothing scarier than a woman's jealousy. But an African woman's jealousy, baby, they be having time. Okay? They will poison you. They will kill you. Okay? That's not an extra statement. Me and my two African friends talk about this, okay? Me and my two Senegalese friends have talked about this. They don't be playing when they're jealous. So when they don't like me, I be like, it's okay. No. It stands for Black Americans, foundational Black Americans, right? Yeah, it's so much. But I agree with Daylight. That's the type of stuff that set us back. Yeah. Yeah, he told me about the videos too. Dang, he did. Wow. Yo, that's crazy. Just think about that, y'all. Like, that is literally, it's the same thing that they're doing with Africans here, which I didn't know until my Senegalese homegirl, like, she works in this field and she showed me how they really make it hard for Africans to travel to the next African country. They do not want Africans to link up, and they do not want Africans to link up. Like, they do not want us connecting. That is so amazing. Because do you know how threatening it would be for Black Americans to learn a second language? First of all, for us to all be speaking English in Swahili or English in Wolof or whatever the other language is. Like, do you know how threatening that would be? So that's just on a basic level. But then, okay, historically, we would be doing things like what Marcus Garvey and what's that one brother? Oh, I can't remember his name. Oh, this is so bad. Clarence something. Clarence something. Is it Clarence Thompson? I need to be knowing these names because these are men that are not like these Pharaoh and polite brothers. These are brothers that were teaching in the conscious community and really putting in that real work for us. And Marcus Garvey and I want to say it's Clarence Thompson. No. Clarence Thomas, not the judge, okay? Not him. I talked about him in one of my videos. He's nasty. But anyways, they were doing import export. They were doing import export from here, from West Africa to America. That's a game changer. That's what the Chinese are doing. That's what everybody is doing except for us. Africans are doing that. So yeah, I can see why they are stopping that. But it is like a crazy concept to think of that y'all are really going out y'all way and showing videos. That is so crazy. It's like today they can't do that no more. Shout out to social media though. Like, you can show them all the videos you want. They got videos on their phone. Like, you know, like they can't even try to paint us in that way. Yes, this they do be thinking, unfortunately. I feel like I was just going through this the other day. Who was I? I just went through this yesterday. I just went through this yesterday when I was in line, and I swear, girl was clutching on her man. I was like, sis, I swear to God, I'm not even worried about y'all. Like, and I be thinking, y'all, I try to have an open perspective on things. So I swear this girl, I don't know, because I wasn't paying attention. So I don't know if they were holding hands prior to, but I didn't think that they were. It kind of seemed like they were like more in a distance. And I had to sit directly in front of them. And they just, she just scooted over and just clumped up and just clutched onto her man. And I was like, this is so unnecessary. And then I started thinking, maybe it's not. Maybe as a woman, you want to, show me that this is your territory, this is your man. So I was just like, okay, whatever. But then I was like, I'm not that girl. I don't have to do all that. Like, that's too much. Many of them have resting. Yes, that's true. And they talk abrasive. They do. They got the resting bitch face for real. They do. And they be having attitudes, like they be mad. They be mad at work. They be mad at work, I swear to God. Like, me and my Senegalese homegirl has talked about this because she's gotten into it. She's Senegalese American. So she grew up here and in America, and she done got into it with them. She speak full Wolof and French and everything. And she be like, girl, don't get me started, because they be having their attitudes, and I just came up here for a coffee. Like, and when Africans come here, they have to change their name to a more American name. Oh, that sucks. That's crazy. Yeah, I feel like the times that I meet women, and they do like me, not every time, but there's been times that kind of scares me, where they like me too much. Like, they want to know where I live at. They want to know about my house. They really want to come in my house. Like, specifically, they want to be in my house. And I'm like, girl, no, I'm not about to let you know where I stay at right away. And it's just be a little bit too much. Like, they want to just be too close too fast. And the times that has happened, they weren't fully fluent in English. So it's just scary. It's scary for me. Okay. I've been through a lot. I've been through a lot with the female species, with women and one African woman. I've been through a lot. What has been surprising me these past few years is Africans being able to see the games they play. When they call it out, it be catching me off guard in calls. I be like, oh, now you see. Yeah. It's the awakening. Like, they're seeing stuff. That part. But they don't want to. So y'all gonna make me get into another subject. This is supposed to be one subject. I'm gonna have to do another live about this. Woo, child. I'm gonna have to do another live about this, because they don't be wanting to share their men. I have 1, 2, 3, 4. I know like 4 women right now. Are they all here in Senegal? Yeah, I think they're all here in Senegal, and they're poly, because either they're Muslim, or their man is, and they don't want that. They don't want to do that. They don't want to share their man. The only women who be wanting to share their men are the ones who are older, like in their 50s, and they tired. Sometimes, because I know one girl that has not wanted to share her husband, and she had to. At a very older age now, her husband just decided that, oh yeah, I'm gonna have a baby, and we're gonna do this. And yeah, I just had this conversation with somebody, and I was like, that's so messed up. The Liberian man that was here was trying to come to my house, and I had to block him. They be wanting to come in your house. And I don't know if any of y'all watching this have experience in Senegal, but in Senegal, they do this thing, and they be like, when they meet you, they be like, where you live at. Like, they really want to know where you live, like the area. And they want to know where you live at for real, but then they'll automatically ask where you live at. And I'll just be like, I live in Senegal. Like, I'm not telling you where I live at. And I've had this conversation with one of my homeboys and been like, why do y'all do that? Why do y'all be asking? And he'd be like, because, just to know the area, to know how travel you're gonna far. I mean, how far you're gonna travel. It's not that deep. Like, stuff is not that far. You don't really need to know. Like, if we're here, we're here. You only in the car, in Tubab Jalal or Sally. Like, it's not that many places. Like, stop asking me where I live at. This is funny. No, for real. No, for real, y'all. I'm not playing. Like, when I need condiments, when I need anything extra, if I want to switch a little bit thing on my order, I have my homeboy ask. Because if I'm with a man, I have him ask, because I be like, she's gonna be mean to me. She's gonna be like, girl, no, I ain't giving you it. Like, but when the men ask, they don't always have especially if the man look good, they're not gonna have no attitude at all. The men be cute, but they don't be having they groove in the. Who you talking about? Are you talking about Senegalese men? Because you are correct. Y'all, we have to get out the live. We have to get out the live. We're not supposed to be talking about this in this live. If you're talking about Senegalese men, I already did a video. I think my video is like 2 years old. I haven't done an update. People ask me to do an update, but you want me to repeat myself? Because it's the same thing. Sex is the same, okay? Mediocre is ever. Like, disconnected as ever, okay? It's a bunch of Muslim men. Like, what are you expecting? No offense, but seriously. I guess I should do an update so I can give details about what I mean about all that. That's why they need American friends to teach them how to stand on business and say, hell no, we ain't finna be poly. You right. You right about that. Listen, this is facts, okay? Because my homegirls, I'll be like, you better not let him do. You bet, girl, what you mean? Like, one of my homegirls, she didn't have her own place. She couldn't take it. She's the third wife. She couldn't take it in the house. The second wife don't like her. It was a bunch of drama. I'm like, girl, she calling me like, oh my goodness. I'm like, girl, you need to have your own house. What you mean? In America, we don't play this. Like, okay, wait a minute. Yes, we do. We actually do play that. Okay. I probably didn't say that thing because we play too much when it comes to how we do poly. We play too much. But in general, we don't play. Okay. So I said, you need to have your own house. Like, don't be doing no poly and he not getting you your own house. So now my girl got her own house. And we was talking not too long ago. She was going through some stuff with the wives and stuff. And she was like, yeah, he was nice enough to give me this house. And that's so nice. I said, nice enough? You're sharing him. This wasn't no kind gesture. This is what he's supposed to do. The other wives have their own apartment floor. You got your house. That's not nice enough. This is what he's supposed to do. You literally only get your husband 2 days out the week. What you mean nice? Like, she was like, you right. You right about that. Like, so you are right. They need us, okay? He said, y'all crazy. I'm gonna talk about it, y'all. I'm gonna have to do a video because I'm not even frustrated. I'm not like when I made that video, I was sexually frustrated and I was so angry that people, first of all, it's a whole thing about me being single and not knowing because I haven't been single since I was like 13. So I have these long relationships I've been in. I was in almost 10-year marriage, all these years of being cuffed and having in-house, okay? I didn't know that the single life was so bad. I didn't know, okay, not the single life, the single sex. I didn't know that we should not be having sex. You guys are really bad at this. Like, I'm like, what is happening? And then you just winging it because until you get to know this person and y'all do the thing and then y'all get to know each other when it comes to that, you don't really know what you're getting yourself into. So it's a lot, y'all. When I made that video, I was just like, because y'all was asking me, people was asking me all the time. So now I'm not as frustrated, or maybe I still am, but I am more accepting. Okay, I understand it more, and I don't think it's a Senegalese thing either, because it's not just Senegalese men out here. Okay, it's Cameroonian men, it's Congolese men. I don't know why y'all be acting like these African men be tearing down the. Y'all are so extra. I swear, women are the problem. I think this is my theory. Okay, I'm gonna say this, and we have to go to another. We have to do this on another live, y'all. I feel like women, like statistically, right? It says that we don't have that many orgasms. Like a lot of women reach their 40s and they're just having their first orgasm. You know, we don't have a lot of experience with a lot of good sex. So I feel like because of that, women don't really know what good sex is. So I feel like when y'all be having sex with these men and y'all, we don't be being honest. You don't be telling a man when he's not good. And you think that is good because it's just like me. Like when I first lost my virginity and I was only having intercourse with this same guy for 6 freaking years, I thought he had the best D in the world. I'm like, ain't nobody ever gonna top this, you know? I was like, can't nobody ever. Like, you don't know what you don't know when you don't have the experience, you know? So even if you have had a lot of sexual experience, you might have had a lot of bad sexual experience. And this is just my single person theory, because again, this is my 6th year being single. Before this, I had not been single since I was like 11. I'm not exaggerating, y'all. I had not had a month of being single. It's really sad. But so this is just my theory that I've come up with. I just feel like we're not good at it. You don't know what is good sex. And so there's like this ripple effect of like men aren't being held accountable, women are thinking that they're getting it good, or like this is like the best basic level, and then we're all just here, like we're all just here like confused, you know, like and me, I'm I'm done with any types of intercourse, period. I am not teaching no more men, okay? Like I am out the game, coach. I am out the game. Ooh, that's my cue to go, y'all. I'm not wasting no more CUDA miles, nothing. This thing is closed. Yes, I'm talking about Senegalese men. They said the best ones in the bedroom are the Nigerians, Gambians, Ghanaians. I'm not gonna, I don't believe it, and I don't want to see. Got the tea from African woman. I don't believe it, and I don't want to see. Unless you a hoe, unless you're a woman that has, you got like so many African men under your belt, so you can really give me a good answer because you done had sex with 5 Ghanaian men, 10 of these men, 10 of those men. It's cat. I don't believe it. I think that I think that we have adopted what the white man adopted, and I don't know why, how. I think maybe the white women told the white men because the white women was getting mediocre sex too from the white man. So when she finally had sex with the African man, she was like, "Oh my God, this is so amazing." And we all know that there's a history of white men being jealous because of black men in general and their size. And I think that because of that, there's a stereotype about African men having big size, which is to me also a big stereotype. Maybe I only know the few that I've had, so I can't be judging that off of, you know. But yeah, I just think that we're all confused and we're just capping, and and it's really not what we think it is, or what we're saying that it is. I tried dating and being single for 3 years, and I was like, what the F going on? I am not for the outside. Oh my God. I personally am enjoying being single, and my life is very different, y'all, because I feel like I've had so many years of living with a man and being with a man and taking care of a man. And I've had the men that I've been with have taken care of me. So I'm not gonna try to make it seem like, you know, like I haven't had men that allowed me to be a stay-at-home mom or didn't cook as well. My ex-husband didn't cook, but mm, but I think because I've had so much experience living with a man, I'm just really, really enjoying not having that. So I don't be looking at it like that. But we not supposed to be having sex when we single. I don't think so. This can't be how this supposed to go. Like French men ain't peer. Oh my God. I've never been with a French man. I never been with a French man. Have I been with a French man? I guess that's not like Senegalese men be speaking French, so is that like um but I would I would guess this. Like I would assume what you just said here. The French just the language of French just sound like you don't got nothing going on down there. And that sounds so bad. That was horrible. That was like prejudice against French. I know, but it's just you be like it just don't really sound like even during sex like somebody that is French speaking. I spoke about this in my video too. It's not sexy like to be like ooh girl yeah like ooh it's so good baby it's so good baby like I hate it. Y'all, we got to get off this live. Stop saying stuff. I've been experienced black men in the Caribbean men. Really, girl, I've been new good pipe since I've been a teenager. Why you think women don't know what's good? Most women in America know when good. Okay, that's sis. This don't make sense. Let me pull up. Look, I'm about to pull up my bulletin board. Do I need to do a graph for y'all and show y'all the math of what I'm saying? Y'all know you women disagree with me if you want. Tell me right now if you disagree or not. We know that it's not easy to come by good D, right? Like you know that most men don't know what the hell they doing, right? So if we know that, okay, if that's a fact, hold on, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it right here because I don't feel like pulling a thing. Here is the knowing, okay? Men are right here doing a bad job, okay? So with that said, if the men are doing such a bad job, and then the women not my pen going out. See, this is proof that we need to get off this live. Y'all got a pencil. Okay, and then the women are here experiencing these men. How are you supposed to know what good D is if most of your encounters have been this? And this is how I know. This is another reason I know. Okay, this is exhibit B. Because when I became single and I started having intercourse and these men were so bad, I'm the only person, I'm the first woman telling them this. Why? Sis, why aren't you doing your job as a sister? You need to be letting this man know before I meet this man, before I get to this man, so that he can work on himself. Why am I the one? I feel like I'm out here doing community service work because I'm letting everybody know. Like, it's too much. This, you guys, we have to get off this live. That's my math, okay? That is too funny. About African men in French country. Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, it's bad, y'all. This is like, if you hear women talking about, oh, yeah, they be putting it down, just know it's cap. I don't know if it's like our music, like Black American music. You know, we got the R&B. You know, we got the soul to really like, you know, like, I don't know. I have thought about this a million times, okay? I was in a long-term relationship as well from 12 to 39. Oh, wow. And then I was single to mingle from and I've been celibate since. Girl, don't it just make you be like, let me just close this thing up. Let me just close the shop. I've been blessed with the experience. Great, Deanna. Really, maybe we need to have this conversation and we need to talk about like what is good D? Like, is this like okay, this what I feel like women well, one thing that I'll say that I know when a woman have experienced good D is if she's had a cervical orgasm. If he hit the bottom, then you know what good D is. Okay, we ain't even gotta talk about it. If you tell me that you had a cervical orgasm, then okay, you're in there. You're a pro at getting good D. Okay. And then there's some other stuff that I probably got to think about. That's why I should do a video on this. That's so sad and so real at the same time. Why are we talking about this, y'all? We supposed to be, this is not supposed to be the subject. You can tell by a man's demeanor if they are talented. Really? So there's this thing, if there's any men watching, men do have this radar that I believe that a man can see how a woman walks and how she moves and our body language, and that can tell a man if a man is experienced, maybe not really experienced either. Maybe there's just this thing that men can know, but they can know if a woman is, really good in bed, because a woman that is good in bed is a woman that's comfortable with herself and she's expressive, or not afraid to be expressive, and she's feminine, right? So I feel like that's an easy target. Like to be able to radar that is easy. But how could you tell what a man? Like, masculinity is definitely not it. Just because he's masculine does not mean, just because he lick his lips like LL Cool J, like just because he, like what is it like? What's the thing? Oh, you found me from Trinity. Shout out to Trinity. That's what's up. I saw a video of American man saying Ghanaian men will put it down. So he heard from women. Y'all gonna make me move to Ghana just for it. And I'm just playing. I don't believe it. I am going to literally, if I ever experience that from an African man, I am going to be shocked. I'm going to be so shocked that I'm going to tell y'all about it. And let me say this too. Okay, wait, maybe I should say, this is what I meant to say this on when I was thinking about doing an update on that video. I did mean to say that I have had an experience that would make it where one person is not that bad. Like, not like not like as bad as the rest. Like, one person know what he doing, I guess, but it's still not what I know that, the potential of like so I need to do that update for real. Y'all giving me content. Girl, go get your Nigerian man. Nigerian men, I am scared of. I'm not messing with. A Nigerian man probably can put it down because they are crazy. You right. I'm scared of a Nigerian man. I would not. I wonder if my kids can hear me. Y'all got me all loud talking about D. Dang. I think they in the room with the door shut. But nah, I would never, ever, ever, ever. Every time I say this, it ends up being a thing. So let me not say never, ever. But I run from Nigerian men. Like, this is just like, as a hobby, that's what I do. Like, I see a Nigerian man and I run. So I don't have any plans on talking to a Nigerian man. I had a cervical orgasm my first word. Girl, if you had a cervical orgasm, I'm so mad at y'all for bringing this up at the end of this live that is supposed to be about a very important, serious subject. Okay. If you don't have a cervical orgasm, that means that it was not easy for you to get over that man. That means that you went through it, and that means that you kept going back. I don't think it's a woman on this planet that let a man give her a cervical orgasm. You can't. It's impossible. You can't be like, I'm done. Like, when you're done of no matter what the hell he did to you, you never are just like done. Like, you got to go through a process, like you can't do that. It's impossible. So that's how I know if you really had a cervical orgasm. Now I need to know if you really had one. So that's the clue to that. Have y'all seen that old video? I wish I could find it. I need to learn how to put my internet on here so I could pull up the video. It's an old video of this girl saying, It's old. It's like she's like they recorded it in like the 90s or the 80s, and she's like, women, you need to be careful. We need to be smarter, because if you let the man hit the bottom, you ain't gonna know what hit you. Like she's like on a platform, like she's being interviewed, and it's like a real serious conversation. And she's like, don't let the man hit the bottom. I'm like, she knows something. He was saying got Indian men put it down like black men do when they what? When they need a place to stay. Oh my God. Why is this a real thing? It's trauma. The pretty men usually okay. Yeah, I believe that. You don't let Senegalese men put a sour taste in your mouth, girl. That is not all African men. I'm traumatized. I don't know. I'm gonna have to just be shocked. First of all, I'm gonna have to want to use this thing again. So that's gonna be a whole thing. And then, and then when I do, if I dare do, okay, let me not get into that. If I dare do, and it's the same, that's why I'm not doing it right there, because it's a waste. You be wasting your miles. Like, it's just a waste. Like, when I came here, I was celibate for like the whole first year and a half. Probably, was it the first 2 years? It might have been the first 2 years. Just wasting time, like wasting miles. I could have been on a 6 year celibate run right now. You can tell by, I mean, oh, okay. It went back. My bad. The comments went down. I am I'm genuinely scared of Nigerian men. That's so bad. But I am. I don't care. I'm scared. Like the only time that people have used guns in public here, like have shot people, yeah, they were Nigerian. I'm not saying that it's a Nigerian thing, because obviously it's an American thing, but I'm just saying that I'm scared of them. They are way too freaking bold. They are way too like, yeah. I hate talking like this too, because I'm gonna mess around and get with a Nigerian man. Like, watch me, because life be like this. The thing about saying stuff like that is that life be like, oh, so you want to learn something, okay? I don't know why I said that in the African accent, but but life literally be like, you said I stay with my child's father for a long ass time because of that. I'm telling, don't get me started on this, because it was a healing journey. I was devastated, and I am a real person, y'all. I do not, if anybody personally know me, please let these people know I do not be playing. When I was going through this breakup with this dude, I remember that shout out to Paula. When I first met Paula, Paula is my white girl. She's one of my white girls. She's my medium friend. And this is how me and Paula met. She was doing a reading for me. And I remember telling her, I was like, I'm like distraught and I'm crying and everything. It probably had been like 2 months that we had split. And I ended the relationship, just to let you know. I was strong enough to do that. But I was just like, I'm not gonna lie. I'm just like, I just keep thinking about him, like what he's gonna do to other women. Like he's gonna do the same thing that he did to me. And she was like, I love how you describe that. Like I was describing like my pain and like what I was feeling. And I said some other deep stuff, but I was very transparent. And I was just like, this is really hard for me. Like, it's very hard. I don't want that no more. I don't want a man, like I low key need to be with a man with mediocre D. Like I need to find a way to be happy about that and choose that, because it's not good. Men that know how to give cervical orgasms, we should not be dating them. We shouldn't be in relationships with them. I think that's not safe. I don't care how good he is. It's a really dangerous place to be. Like your vision is not clear. You can't focus, and don't let y'all have what relationships are meant to have, which is some turbulence, and y'all got to learn through some things. It's too stressful. I don't recommend. Girl, you had it was two men that have I ever had a cervical orgasm? I think. It might have been somebody that gave me one before that last one did. I seen that video and I need a man to hit the bottom and release my. No, you don't. No, you don't. It won't release your crazy. You see, this is how you know you don't understand, my sister. It will not release the crazy. It will make you crazy. Like it releases some stress and then it makes you crazy. Okay. I never experienced orgasm from a man. Wow, really? I'm so mad at y'all because we're not supposed to be doing this. I'm about to read y'all comments and ignore y'all comments. Like there is so much more for me to learn and experience. If it don't work out with my Ghanaian, I'm getting me a Nigerian. Ooh, y'all are brave. Wow, you guys are so brave. Going on that roller coaster ride. You guys, we need to be doing like annual awards for the type of men that women are that we're agreeing to be with. And I am not gonna lie, I don't know what a Nigerian man, he would have to come so different for me to be delusional enough to give him a chance. Seriously. If it don't work out with my okay, my bad right there. Yo, I've experienced that before too. Like, damn, you would do this to me. So now I know what you're capable of. It ain't right. We need to take a stance as the people being penetrated. I'm telling y'all, I have a whole thing about this, y'all. This is actually a book. I have a plan on writing this book. I'm not gonna tell y'all the title because I'm writing like 13 books at one time. But there is a book that is in the works right now. And it is a book about us taking a stance about us being the ones who are penetrated. As the ones who are penetrated, you need to be having your thinking cap on at all times. Like scientifically, you release more oxytocin. You release more dopamine in the attachment drug. You don't have enough testosterone in your body to think clearly after being penetrated well, and especially if he's hitting the bottom. And we just been out here like raw dogging life and not realizing that this is a thing, and you shouldn't be moving like that. You got to be more careful. Like you got to be more careful, sis. Oh my God. You guys make sure that your notifications are on. Hit the like button if you're enjoying this live. Share, share, share. I'm gonna have to break this live up because they're gonna be like, why did y'all get into this conversation? But I love how naturally we flowed in this. Knock the Mario coins out. Oh my God, I don't need it. Apples don't fall far from the tree. Most Black Americans are DNA Nigerian. Oh my goodness. Maybe that's where it come from. For real. See, I don't have time for this. I don't have time for this. Y'all, like this book is a major thing. I really need to stop playing and finish it. I swear, we're raw dogging life. You said it's lit. No, no, no. It's dangerous. You guys are so brave. Shout out to you guys. Still risking your life, still risking getting pregnant, still risking being sprung out on somebody that might hit the bottom. Like, it's not for me. That life isn't for me. I thought it was, and I learned my lesson. I feel like the man for me is not very attractive. I would like him to be packing and just not know what to do. You know, like don't come small and not know what to do, but at least come packing but not know what to do so that I can have a clearer mind. Like I need to focus on my clients and on my kids and things like that. And yeah, that's what I know. Ain't nothing going on in me, raw. Okay. Seriously. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. I am going to end this live because we could talk about this for another hour. We've been talking about this low key for 40 minutes, okay? I appreciate you guys though for tuning in and thank you for watching my story. my ex is probably going to be so mad that I shared this, but it needed to be shared. Like, God damn it, you should have listened to me. And don't do that again. Don't be moving in with conscious woke people that aren't so woke and conscious. And I feel like, yeah, I feel like, again, like this needed to be shared because while he's not a victim, he was taken advantage of. I know I've said that 4 times now, but it is what it is. Wow, 3 years. Because I want a relationship, not casual sex. Yeah. Yes, girl. I'm right there. I'm right there with you. I literally just broke my celibacy just to find out that I should have never broke my celibacy. Like, what was the point? Like, thank you. Enjoy your night. Gonna go back and watch the replay. Thank you. Yes, you guys, watch the replay. Share, share, share. I really want to go live every single night. So make sure that your notifications are on. I need to be doing this every day. At one point, if y'all remember, I really did go live every single day for like 3 months. It was amazing. And then somebody cut my internet. Some hater. Like, now I'm thinking about that. It could have been somebody that was watching my live. Because somebody cut the cord of my internet. And I didn't have the internet. I didn't have the internet for a minute after that. But I was like on this whole streak of trying to like really go live every day. So we'll see what happens. If you guys are interested in any of my services, you can go to earthisschool.com. That's with 2 S's. For those of you who don't know, I am an MDR therapist. I take people into their past lives and to connect with their deceased loved ones or their soul team or their ancestors. I am also a mentor. I have a 4-week mentorship that is amazing. Somebody just sent me a review today, and I'm so, so grateful. And I don't know what the thing is about my mentorship, but I swear it's becoming a theme where everybody that takes my mentorship, they leave the country in the same year. This last person that just did the review, I swear to y'all, he had no plans on leaving the country. He is in Thailand right now, and he just got done with the program a month ago. I don't know what that is, but yes, if you're interested in any of those things, you can read more about it. You can watch people's reviews and everything at earthisschool.com. Other ain't right at following. Seriously, seriously. Red flag. Red flag all the way. I love my baby daddy. Okay. I love him. He is family. But goddamn. Goddamn. That was a doozy. And I'm glad that he learned. I heard him after Nature Boy. And so I'm interested to hear your story. Oh, yes. Please go back and watch. And don't let me forget, y'all. I need to tell my Nature Boy story. I don't have like a big, long thing about him, but there is a thing. I did talk to him, and yeah, that was a whole little thing. Some chick cut your internet because she thought you was chatting with her man. No, seriously. Seriously. That's crazy, right? All right, y'all. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Until next time, thank you for rolling with me. Peace out.